We already know Black Widow is a certified badass, but is she even more powerful than we give her credit for? Let's face it, you already know and love Black Widow and know how powerful she is. That's why you're here. But recent details released by Marvel have shown that she is even more powerful and dangerous than we already knew, potentially with the ability to take out hosts of enemies, superhumans, and possibly even Thanos with just one devastating blow. But what is this ability, and how have Marvel kept it hidden from us all this time? Well, let's discuss, shall we? In this video, we will take a look at some of the unknown powers Black Widow has, how important it could be to the MCU going forward, and if it has been used, how it could have changed the game for the Avengers in the past. Get ready to feel the pain of Natasha's sacrifice all over again as we look into the secret abilities of Natatsha Romanoff. So as we said already, we know Black Widow is an absolute force to be reckoned with. There's some who even suggest she's coined the term beast mode before Marshawn Lynch. This is down to her Red Room training, which made her into the exceptional and dangerous soldier capable of lining up alongside powerful heroes such as Thor and Hulk. She can hold her own in a physical contest and has proved time and time again she is a worthy member of the Avengers. This is down to the dangerous weapons she has at her disposal, including her Widow's Bite, a pistol, and just her plain old fists, which she definitely puts to good use. But there is one weapon that is stronger than we might have realized. No, it's not her fists, although they are stronger than Ryan Gosling's silent stare, which is as strong as a siren's call, drawing you into the sharp rocks before you crash. Where was I? Yes, due to the recent piece of canon and punchy titled fiction, The Wakanda Files, a technological exploration of the Avengers and beyond, boy, that's a mouthful, we get a further insight into Black Widow's abilities, or should I say, her weapons abilities. As it turns out, her Widow's Bite is not running at full capacity. You may have forgotten about this weapon, but it has been a feature since Iron Man 2, and we have seen it a number of times throughout the MCU, and we can see her equipped with the accessory in the trailer for the eventually upcoming Solo movie, which is handy as she's gonna have her hands full facing off against the Taskmaster. But just cause we've seen a whole heck of a lot doesn't mean we know that much about it. Thankfully, resident tech guru Shuri, who makes Elon Musk look more like an Apple genius than a tech mogul, knows more about the weapon than we do. In the Wakanda Files, Shuri discusses, fictitiously of course, she didn't actually write it, but we can pretend, a number of the gadgets, gizmos, pieces of tech, and general science in the MCU, and one of the topics is Natasha's infamous Widow's Bite. Shuri states that the weapon is only being used at its lowest capacity, and it's much more powerful than it seems, as in fact it has the ability to kill people with ease, just like Ryan Gosling's stare. Seriously, if I look at his stare while I'm driving, I am toast. The weapon is in fact the same mold as a stun gun that you may find on a regular police officer, but it is much more powerful than the standard issue they have. Shuri comments that Natasha's fellow Avenger T'Challa, aka Black Panther, only ever saw it being used at its lowest setting, 40,000 to 50,000 volts, which would presumably either have been used at the airport battle in Civil War or the Battle of Wakanda in Infinity War, with the former being the most likely as she wouldn't want to hurt her friends or colleagues. Now, you're probably thinking, superhuman or not, being hit by 40 to 50,000 volts isn't exactly a pleasant feeling, and you'd be right. Shuri says the side effects of being hit by this weapon at this range would cause weakened or sore muscles, cramping, epidermal burns, temporary nerve damage, and temporary lapses in consciousness. The more shocking element of the weapon, see what I did there, is its top capacity, as the weapon is capable of emitting 250 to 300,000 volts of electricity through a victim, which can cause permanent nerve damage, third-degree subdermal burns, loss of vision, and even death. This means that conceivably, only superheroes such as Cap could survive such a blow and make a recovery, but even then it could cause catastrophic damage. In fact, some theorists have reckoned the device is so powerful that it could have even taken out the Mad Titan himself, Thanos. Thanos, who some have reckoned holds a weakness for electricity. It is for this reason that some also claim that Thanos saw Natasha as a threat during the Battle of Wakanda and sought to incapacitate her early. If all this is true, then it means that Black Widow is a lot more powerful than she lets on. But why does she not use her power then? It is interesting that Natasha has this ability but chooses not to use it. I mean, you would think when facing multiple alien hordes, you would want a weapon this powerful to make fighting a little bit easier, even if your fists are as strong as Ryan Gosling's eyes. Am I discovering something about myself? Instead, she opts to drink a glass of milk and open a can of whoop-ass, minus the milk, with her hand-to-hand ability, her choice of weapon. This might be because such a violent and deadly weapon might be a little bit too graphic for Disney, having Natasha fry people on sight, but I mean, if Stormbreaker is allowed, then Widow's bite should be fair game. This then could be attributed to her morality and her choice not to kill when possible. Natasha has constantly tried to move away from her past and an upbringing which trained her in violence, and showing this restraint and opting to use the weapon on a vastly milder setting shows she isn't some sadist who kills for the fun of it. It supports the heroic and noble arc Natasha goes on, which makes us less surprised about her sacrifice in Endgame. That being said, why are Marvel deciding to discuss this weapon now? Will it have relevance in her upcoming solo movie? And will she use it to take down Taskmaster? That, though, is just conjecture until the movie is finally released, but it is a timely reminder that Black Widow's bite is substantially worse than her bark. What did you make of this video? Is Black Widow your favorite Avenger? Are you excited to see her solo movie? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for everything MCU.